Welcome. So today I wanted to talk about truth versus fiction. And when I say truth versus fiction, I'm talking about the realities of the world around us and how that plays into the field of the sciences. I think sometimes, I don't know where it comes from. Maybe it's our relationship with science here in the U.S. and or a lack thereof, that somehow we get lost in the sauce. And I want our young people to explore a lot more and to spend their time engaging in like miniature research. I know right now we're in a time where science is called into question in a lot of different ways. And I think it's a brilliant time that we're in, because when you truly understand the principles and the laws of mathematics and of science, there's only but so much. There isn't, but I'm trying to say that pure exploration just takes you on a journey. And it's a beautiful thing for our kiddos. You know, I think I've mentioned before that I love chemistry experiments because we get to bring all of these different elements together. When I say elements, on the periodic table, and how when they're combined, they create they create chemical reactions, and sometimes they create new compounds. They create just completely different things. Like, for example, I was in a room speaking, I believe it was yesterday, about the importance of sciences for our children. And someone was speaking about how oxygen was the most important thing, because in the world we couldn't live without oxygen. And I said, oh, yeah, I know, but we also can't live without water. And the person had mentioned, yes, but water has oxygen, you know. And I thought how limited our minds might be to assume that, yes, of course, we need oxygen, but we also need water. We also need rest. We also need so many other things, sustenance. And within that sustenance, there are numerous minerals and vitamins and so on and so forth that make up the foods we consume to replenish our bodies, so that we may think, so that our minds work and our hearts pulsate. And it's just amazing how, when our young people aren't nurtured in the fields of STEAM, nurtured and help to truly understand the various components of what makes us what we are, and how that interrelates with everything else, that we grow up limited, quite frankly. And it reminds me of the statistics of how in the US our children underperform in the sciences, well, specifically science and math. And so I think to myself, if most of the children underperform statistically compared to other global economies, and then we have adults that were those people, and they aren't working on self-study and education, where do they get their insights from? And how does that role play out in the world? Are we getting our source of knowledge from the media, which can be biased, really, really biased? Are we doing the work? I know for me, I do the work, but it's important that we're encouraging our young people to do the work, and to get them in the mind state that from a very early age, it's all about the work that they do. It's not the work that's forced upon them. It's not about the ideals and enculturation that is placed before them. It's all about the self-education that they do on their own, on the subject matter that piques their interest, and encourage them to find new things that pique their interest. Because we have a big, beautiful, brilliant world. And within it, we have so much knowledge to share. There's no need, actually, to have fiction other than creative expression through the arts. But when it comes to understanding, and we know science evolves, mathematics stays constant because it's the universal language. And when our young people understand that and understand how it all plays out collectively in the process of self-education, that is when we see things going, changing the trajectory of the lives of our young people. That's what we start to see. And so I just wanted to come in today and be of encouraging words for the next generations to explore self-education every day of your lives. Do the work, and the universe will unfold before your eyes. And that is truth. I will be back again tomorrow. Bye-bye now. Oh, and the Boundless Kiddo Summit is live. Go to www.boundlesskiddosummit.com. And that's where you're going to learn about the truth. Alrighty now, www.boundlesskiddosummit.com.